Okay, welcome to another edition of Coffee with Cory. We are at the Grand Forks location, new Grand Forks location, 2990 32nd Avenue South, Suite 100, Suite 300, take that back, between McDonald's and Olive Garden. Same strip mall as T-Mobile, and we are opening in a couple weeks, so we're excited to be in Grand Forks. We have two special guests here today. Bennett Zmolek. Is that good?
Zmolek, yeah.
Zmolek. Yep. Okay, correct me. I'm gonna mess this up. Jake Livanavage. Livanavage. That's it. Okay. Well, welcome, guys. We are here in Grand Forks, and we're excited to be part of the community. Obviously, UND Hockey is a huge part of the community. I was here. Went to school here, graduated in 97, and we got these guys playing hockey this year. One guy is Bennett. He's a little bit hung up, hurt. He's been sidelined all season. What can you tell us about your injury status?
Yeah, I just had a lower body surgery back in November, so yeah, I'm out the whole year.
Oh man, that's tough to sit out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not too fun at all.
Yeah, well, and it's a tough gap really to make up. You had like 91 block shots. You led the team in NCHC league with 91 block shots. Who's picked it up with the crew this year?
This guy over here, actually.
This guy? Well, perfect. Jake, so, well, let's go back to Bennett just for a second. Tell us about yourself. Where are you from? And how did you first get into hockey?
So I'm from Rochester, Minnesota. I actually got into hockey because my whole family actually does play hockey. My dad and my two older brothers play hockey. We have an outdoor rink actually in our backyard that we always played on. My mom and sister didn't play hockey, but they love skating on that. So that's kind of how I got into hockey.
So you wake up on a Saturday morning, you put on the skates, and just go skate around.
Oh yeah,
play some hockey.
Outdoor hockey is awesome.
Oh yeah, that's how I started playing. And I was telling you guys about that. They haven't called me back yet, but years ago we didn't have an indoor rink back in Williston. That's where I'm from. Well, let's add to that. So that was your start. Tell us a little bit more of your timeline or your journey to get to UND.
Yeah, so just growing up playing obviously in Rochester, the youth hockey, all that stuff. Then went to Cedar Rapids, Iowa to play juniors, and then also Youngstown, Ohio. Then I actually went to Minnesota State Mankato for 2 years, then transferred last year here, and it's been good so far.
Yeah, and hockey is one of those sports, if you don't start early, you're probably behind, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what age was that for you?
Probably like 3 or 4, I'd have to guess.
Yeah, how about you, Jake?
My mom's always told me I've been on rollerblades since I could walk, so
Been pretty early, yeah. And it's such a skilled game now. And just like basketball, I was telling these guys before, I'm a basketball coach. The game's changed and it's so much faster, but certainly fun to watch, fun to play. Bennett, how about for you? You've been sitting out, this season. We'll get to that in just a second, but give us 1 to 2 favorite moments you've had in youth hockey.
Definitely one of my favorite moments was back in 2017. I think it was Bantams. We won the VFW state championship, so that was probably the top one in youth hockey. And then probably another one was playing just a couple outdoor hockey games. Those were always really fun to play in.
Yeah, that sounds like definitely some highlights. Winning a championship, and being outside. Last week wasn't so fun probably playing outside.
No, not at all.
That was pretty cold. So, we'll get to Jake in just a second, but you got a perspective that a lot of people don't have. You've been sitting out. What is that like? What have you learned from this experience, sitting out and watching your teammates play?
Yeah, it's definitely different watching them play. Instead of being on the ice, you kind of see the game different than they do. It's definitely not fun, though. Definitely rather be on the ice instead of sitting in the stands watching. So it's pretty hard, but just kind of grinding through PT and all that stuff and doing that.
So physical therapy, and you have that once a day, once a week? How many times?
Every day besides Sunday.
Yeah. Are you get to be on skates yet?
Yeah, I actually just started. I think it was 2 weeks ago, so I'm going every other day at skate.
Okay. Are we going to see you this season?
No.
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 Excellent.
I wish, but no.
Yeah. What do you like to do outside of hockey?
A lot of things. I guess I like being outdoors a lot, playing pickleball, golf, rollerblading, going to my cabin, hanging out at the lake,
Yeah.
things like that.
Outside stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, cool, Bennett. We'll get back to you in just a few minutes too. Well, actually, let's stay with you for a sec. Your major is management. So you've had a lot of time to reflect on the bench and watching your teammates. So when hockey is done and through, what are you thinking? What would you like to do with that?
I'm not totally sure, but I definitely want to stay in like the hockey realm of things. So that's kind of what I'm thinking as of now.
Yeah, and what a huge industry, and what a great thing to be part of. And we'll talk about the USA Canada game in just a minute. So Jake, you guys are both defensemen, right?
Yep.
So do you guys think that defense just wins games most of the time?
A lot goes into it, I think. I mean, you obviously have 5 guys on the ice at a time, and plus a goalie. So I think a lot goes into it. You have to be able to score goals to win games. You got to be able to keep pucks out of your net. So I think it's a big combination of things, but they do say defense wins championships. So maybe a little bit more pride back there.
Yeah, and good answer though. You got to score goals, you got to defend, and at such like in basketball too, you got to have a good defensive team to win the big games. And for sure, I was a defenseman too. I certainly probably couldn't keep up with you guys. I don't remember last time I put on ice skates, but I was looking at them last night. They had duct tape on them, and I'm ready to get back in it. Like I said, I haven't had a lot of chance. I've been helping building out these coffee shops, and so I haven't been able to watch you guys as much, but I'm looking forward to getting more time to watch you guys towards the end of the season. So, Jake, where are you from, and can you describe your hockey journey?
Yeah, I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, so not a huge hockey market. Just kind of growing up, I always saw my brother and kind of wanted to be like my older brother. So got into hockey just watching him, and kind of, I guess, always wanted to grow up, be like your older brother. And yeah, my mom and dad put me on rollerblades when I was just starting to walk, and then I was on skates by the time I was 2 years old. So started out pretty early, and then played a couple of sports growing up and stuff, and it was kind of time to make a decision, and I chose hockey and stuck with it, and played for the junior Coyotes down there, played for a couple programs. I left home when I was 16 to go play in Chicago. Was there for 3 years, and this is my second year here now.
Wow, and that's quite the journey. That's kind of the norm, isn't it? You go from high school hockey to junior hockey to hopefully college hockey, right?
Yeah.
And you were talking about living in Phoenix, so you couldn't really go out the back door and go skate in the ice rink.
No.
It's more like a sauna out there, or trying to stay cool. I suppose the AC is on inside.
Yeah, it's a little bit different than Z's setup he had in his backyard, but yeah.
Do you guys? So is there? I didn't know there was. Youth hockey, is it growing down in Arizona?
Yeah, it definitely is. We've had guys, multiple guys in the NHL now. Austin Matthews, Josh Doan.
TJ, isn't he played in Arizona?
Yeah, TJ played for ASU. So even ASU getting the program down there. My brother was there for 5 years, played there. So it's definitely growing. So it's nice to see as a kid growing up there, and just a game of hockey growing down there.
Yeah, no, that's fun. Hockey's growing, and that's a good thing. How about for you growing up for youth hockey? What would be a couple of highlights that you can remember?
One that just sticks out to me in junior hockey, my first year in Chicago, we won the Clark Cup. That was a pretty special time in my career. It was the year after COVID, and it was kind of a shortened season. It was a weird season and stuff, so it was pretty special to be, with that group of guys and have that. But even just playing outside in Chicago, I remember playing an outdoor game there. It was pretty cool, and not a lot of big memories, but a couple of pretty special ones.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Thank you for sharing that. And COVID was such a monumental thing for, I think, a lot of people. You reference that in people's stories, and hockey's no different, and you guys were able to keep playing, I suppose. But I mean, you didn't have to wear a mask or anything.
Not on the ice. I know just the league rules. It was pretty strict and stuff. You couldn't have any contact with other people outside the team and outside your billet family and stuff. So yeah, I was always in a mask at the rink and stuff, but that was basically it.
Yeah, something you just had to deal with. And I know at that time I was administrator of a small school and certainly had to navigate that. It's interesting times, that's for sure. How about this year? How's it like on this team? What would be some highlights you've enjoyed being part of this team?
Yeah, it's awesome. Just a group of guys that you get to be around every day and be brothers with them, you know what I mean? And I think throughout hockey, you kind of understand you only get 1 year with that group, so you got to make it pretty special. And we got here in July, so just everything we did from then to now to become a tighter group and get to know everybody as well as possible. And it's been a lot of fun. It's obviously a really special place here in Grand Forks to be able to have the people in the city behind you and just the fan base we have and just how lucky we are to have the facilities that we have and stuff. So super awesome and super special.
Yeah, it is quite the organization and of the UND Hockey, and it's been quite the tradition over the years. Like I told you guys earlier, I remember as a student, my favorite times was on the weekends getting to old Engelstad Arena, waiting outside, trying to get in and watching the game. But quite the tradition. Jake, you got 3 goals, 45 shots on goal, 22 assists for the stats. Is that right so far?
Yeah.
Any personal goals you got for the rest of the year?
No, not really. Just kind of staying with the process, doing whatever it takes to help the team win.
Yeah, nice. Does your coach go over like, no, I need a couple shots more from you? Or I mean, in hockey at this level, I mean, I have no clue. What would be the coach's approach like going into a game? What would he say on the strategy? If you could give us a couple examples.
Just know what you bring to the table and make sure you bring whatever you need to be successful and help the team.
Yeah, nice. So, I mean, as I help with the college basketball team, women's team back home, and, we're big on communication, and they're a great bunch, but they don't communicate well on the court. Do you guys on the ice communicate? And I know me, I don't have the best hearing anymore. I mean, but you guys say, hey, do you guys know each other's voices? You guys talk to each other?
Yeah, it's, you're 26 brothers, so you see each other every day. You talk to everybody every day. You know the voice of the person that is behind you and stuff. You got nicknames and everything. So
you're calling him Z.
Yeah, Big Z. Big Z. So,
Big Z, all right.
Yeah, you talk on the ice. It's 5 eyes on the ice, even the goalie. So six sets of eyes for people, and even on the bench, just always talking and making sure, going back for a puck or whatever, that person knows which play to make and kind of help them out.
How fast a pass should be. You guys get to know your guys' movement probably really well at this point of the season.
Yeah, I think just the chemistry comes together a lot more, and you kind of know what to expect and which play is going to be made from each guy.
Yeah, and when we're talking about communication, that's your major, right?
Yeah.
So when when your hockey time is through, what would you like to do with that communication degree?
I honestly haven't thought about it.
That's all right.
Try.
You've got a lot of time.
Yeah.
So the defenseman, I caught this, and I haven't been back in hockey and watching hockey a ton over recent years. I've been busy coaching basketball and stuff. Blue liner, that's a defenseman. Is that right?
Yep.
Blue liners. And what would you call a red liner? Forwards. Okay. All right. I'm learning. Okay. So who do you guys play next?
Western Michigan this weekend.
Okay. I had it wrong. I thought Denver. Was Denver last weekend? Or was it coming?
2 weekends ago.
Oh, okay. So I'm behind. I've been traveling a lot. So you're playing Saturday, Sunday, typical games?
Friday, Saturday.
Sometimes it rotates, doesn't it? Or do you guys play Saturday, Sunday?
No, it's usually always
Friday, Saturday. Okay, I'm thinking my schedule maybe. And then the tournament possibility. Do we know what that looks like yet?
We've kind of set ourselves up to make a push here at the end of the year and stuff.
Are we on top of the league right now?
No,
Not-
we're in 4th, I think. So.
Okay, well, there's a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That's okay. And that's coming fast, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the other day, last week, we were here, we were building the coffee shop, and we said, we got to watch this USA-Canada game. And what a game to watch. You guys watch that?
Yeah.
What would you say on that? What did you guys think of it?
I thought it was unreal just seeing literally the best of the best going at each other, and especially going in overtime. Really wish USA would have won it, but it was a really fun game to watch.
Yeah. Good.
I just think it's awesome, just like the game of hockey growing and getting bigger. It's obviously not as big as basketball or football in the United States or even around the world. So I think it's just that helped grow the game a lot, and I know it blew kind of expectations out of the water for players and fans as well. So it was nice.
Yeah, it blew my mind how fast and the game was since the last time I really watched a lot of hockey, and it was cool. What a high level players that were. It was so fast, but it was so fun to watch. My brother-in-law and his son, they'd never watched. They weren't into hockey, so they got to watch the game. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Because I'm a hockey fan, and so we went to one of the restaurants and watched the game. And I was expecting a fight or two, but that would have been fun to watch. But obviously, that drew some of that attention from that first game. And like you said, it'd be cool if the USA win. But it's interesting how people treat each other too. I got a friend in Williston that he's from Canada and wearing his Canadian jersey or whatever. People were giving him a hard time and online and stuff. But it's sad to see that part of it. But I saw him the other night and said, "Be proud that you're from Canada." You guys got any Canadian teammates?
Yeah, we got a lot.
Yeah.
Say probably about 50-50. Pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah, I would say so.
They're definitely talented players up there. And I remember growing up, and I was telling you guys when I was playing, majority of our stuff was in Canada. We would travel all over the place from Williston. If they had a hockey rink, well, you didn't think it was a town, but they had a hockey rink, and they would still smoke us, and beat us pretty good until we got a little bit better later on. But what advice would you give young hockey players, say Pee-wee age, if they're looking to play college hockey? What could you tell them?
I'd say just kind of put your head down and go to work. Don't really care about what everyone else is doing. Just kind of do what you're doing, because everyone grows at their own pace and everything like that. So I would just put your head down, go to work, and because some guys will grow way earlier than others. So just kind of stick with it and stick with the grind. I
love that. Grow at your own pace and go at your own speed, and that's so true in many facets. Jake, how about you?
Yeah, just enjoy it. Like, I think I look back at, my youth hockey days, and sometimes I miss it, and it's a lot of fun. You kind of take it for granted sometimes, and just the entire process that it takes to become a college hockey player, it's a lot of work, and you got to put in a lot of hours, but it's definitely worth it. So you just got to enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I was telling you, a friend of my daughter's got a hockey stick, and one of the things I remember, was taping up the stick, and if you didn't like it, you had to redo it, and isn't that the truth? You need to do it probably every practice now, huh?
Yeah.
How about something you'd like to share with the audience out there that people may not know about you?
My brother, who's 3 years apart, we actually have the same birthday.
Wow, the chances are pretty slim.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
April 17th.
April 17th. What's coming up?
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm a black belt in karate.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. So if I came at you, you'd defend yourself?
I don't know. That was a long time ago.
So if someone's dropping their gloves like you had, do people drop? I suppose you can't do much in hockey anymore. College, dropping your gloves.
That's not in college hockey as much, but junior hockey and pro hockey, this guy's the fighter. So.
Yeah. Well, that's old time hockey. You got to be able to learn how to fight a little bit, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, no, that's cool. So, his birthday's April 17th. How about yours?
May 6th.
May 6th. Well, it's coming up. Well, cool. Well, we appreciate you guys coming to visit at the coffee shop. We apologize for the Grand Forks community in and around it. It's not open. It's in crazy. It's just a hometown operation. It's my sister owns it and her brother-in-law. and they've got a couple, on their plate that we've opened here, Fargo and then Bismarck, and it just happened that Grand Forks had to be last, I guess. But I think the best for last, and we're looking forward to it in a couple weeks. And we'll have to have you guys back and give you a cup of coffee or whatever. And we're looking forward to having you guys here. We wish you the best the rest of the season, and hopefully you heal up and you can get back with that team as soon as you can.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and Meg-a-Latte is coming soon, guys. Thank you for listening and appreciate you guys. Nice to meet you.
Yep. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.